They think they're gonna pull something over me. I'm the master deceiver. I'm the master of deception here. Everybody knows that. Thought I heard something. I'm the master of deception here. Everybody knows. Who's that? Who's trying to shush me? Who is shushing me? I'm not talking to you. What's that sound? What is that? Who are you? You're shushing me? I see. You're hissing. You're hissing, of course. You're hissing in your pit, of course. I misinterpreted the hissing as shushing. It's not shushing, it's hissing. I'm sorry I had the hissy fit there. But you're the one who had the hissy fit first, so to speak. You want to crawl out there? Let me take a look at you. Wow, what a long body there is on you there. Yeah, put it there. Yeah, all you can do is hiss. Fine. It's a little boring, all right? But I got some friends I want to introduce you to nevertheless. It's just right over there, Wolf's Corner. Well, come on, you can crawl, can't you? I know you can't run, but you can crawl. Can you sidewind? Are you a sidewinder? No, you're not a sidewinder. All right, well, let's have you creep the straight and narrow. You want to creep the straight and narrow in that direction, so there's serpentine along there, you know, the way you are. All right, whatever that means. Yeah, all right, let's go. All right. All right, hello, everybody, and thank you for coming to rehearsal. Thank you for being on time. Sorry I'm a little late, but I have a good excuse today. What I have today for you is a surprise, all right? You want to come out there, little lady? Why is that woman telling you to be quiet? Why is that woman shushing you? Nobody's shushing. Would you come out because they don't understand who you are? I would like to introduce to you, Gabrielle and Miguel, this is Ms. Ada the Serpent. Whoa, is that a new addition to the prop department? The prop department? What do you mean? Like a feather boa, but, you know, like without feathers. And I'm thinking if we trade it, you like to constrict us? Like if it's like a boa constrictor, then it will kind of constrict our movements, but not enough so that we die, but enough so that it's like a feather boa. Oh wow, that's a good idea. You want to show them what having a boa is like? Are you sure she's not shushing me? No, she's not shushing you. Well, hello. Could you be a feather boa? Be careful, Gabrielle. You think I can trust her? She hasn't constricted me yet. Well, how long have you known her? About 5-10 minutes. Oh, well, that makes me feel safe. Oh, wow. Do you like my boa? Well, that's a beautiful boa, Gabrielle. You should play all the female parts from now on. Well, okay, but I could share the boa. No, it looks good on you. You like having the boa wrapped around your body like that? I don't think any mice are going to come and eat me now, because the boa would constrict them. Could we use her for, like, maybe a scene? Oh, yeah,
I have an idea of a scene.
What's your idea?
Maybe it could be, you know, that scene everybody knows about Adam and Eve with the snake.
The serpent in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Could I be the serpent? Miguel? Well, yeah, that seems like a pretty cool role. You kind of go around and tell people, hey, if you do this, then I'll give you a lot of good stuff, and then you don't give them that, so you kind of rip them off. It's much deeper than that. If you don't even know the archetype, if you haven't explored the archetype psychologically, how are you going to play that role? Well, you know, if I had a really good costume. All right, costume is just what you look like. That's not how you understand the role. I think I understand the role because with something, you know, around my body protecting me, I could do any kind of role, and I think I'd come out, you know, ahead of the game. Not a physical role, the theatrical role. You mean like buns, like cinnamon buns? No, role meaning that you play a role. When you're playing a game like rolling the dice? No, not a roll of the dice. Or like fate? The roll of the dice would be like fate, and so the symbol of that would be like a serpent. I'm talking about if you're playing the role of the serpent in the Garden of Eden, you have to understand what the archetype is. Okay, so this snake is going to be the serpent and not me, which is fine.
The snake can only hiss. How is it going to convey the archetype in the proper archetypal terms?
Well, that's a good question, Miguel. Yeah, how's it going to do that? Okay, I don't know. The audience is going to have to interpret. What do I not interpret?
You have like years of experience interpreting, but the average theater goer, even the critics, they can't interpret anything.
All right, this is what we're going to do. You're going to be on stage. You're going to do your role. You're going to play your role. All right, but I'm going to do the talking for you, so we got to synchronize. Can you synchronize? That snake understood me. That hiss means synchronize.
Oh, well, what if it means sucks? What do you mean sucks? Like go and suck eggs.
Yeah, or like success. Maybe it means success.
Oh, maybe it means success. Or maybe it means superstition.
Like there's a superstition that if there's a snake in a performance and somebody's doing the voice in real time for the snake, then the theater will burn down or maybe like freeze like in an ice age.
All right, just because synchronize and superstition both begin with an S doesn't mean that you have to confuse one for the other.
Oh, you mean maybe it meant fiasco?
Fiasco? How does S mean fiasco?
Well, yeah, little wolf, there is an S sound in fiasco, like fiasco.
All right, fiasco, and what would that mean?
Well, it might mean that it would be a fiasco to use the snake in that way, or it might mean that it would be fiasco not to.
You want to tempt somebody, you got to use words, you got to use NLP, right? And I understand the snake can do that, like the one in the Jungle Book that makes its eyes go all around and it hypnotizes you. All right, Disney already did that trope, all right? So that's in our bag of tricks too, all right? But that's not enough for the subtlety I want to get at. We're going to get at the roots of a lot of problems in contemporary society, and that's not something we can convey in only hisses. That's all that I'm saying.
Well, if that's all that you're saying, it took you a long time to say all that.
All right, at least you're not late. All right, so where is it?
What?
Where is the prop guy with the tree?
He should be here soon.
I see. All right, so we don't have the props that we need. And where's our star actress? Where's the prima donna herself, Ms. Adder? She hasn't shown up yet either.
I don't... No, I'm not sitting on her.
Oh, very funny, Miguel, as if, no, I'm not sitting on her either.
Obviously, you're not sitting on her because she sticks up for herself. Okay, we've already found that out, all right? In the dressing room when we had the fiasco. I'm not even going to talk about that. Now, we're waiting for her. We don't have the tree. Where is the prop guy when you need him?
Remember the superstition? His for yes, no, his for superstition, for fiasco.
We don't even know what happened.
It doesn't matter. He used the word himself.
Voila! What is it you have deposited here in front of us?
Oh, the tree.
And you've been so long in getting it. Why?
Well, I wanted to pick out a really nice one.
So the humming of the song, the theme song from Charlie Brown Christmas, about the loser and his friend who get the tree that later turns out to be really nice, I understand. But initially, I see you spent additional time picking out a tree of this size, stature, and appearance?
Yeah, I wanted it to be just right.
Just right. Okay, let's take a look at this here. Can we look at this together? It's green.
Well, yeah, I wanted a green one.
All right, the green tree is definitely what you want. All right, in fact, it is so green that it is an evergreen.
Oh, well, yeah.
What kind of weather conditions you think they had in the Garden of Eden?
Well, how can I know that? I'm not God. I'm just a prop guy.
Oh, all right, but you have a brain. You have a God-given brain. All right, God's not a complete nincompoop. All right, he gave you the brain. He didn't send you out into the wild with nothing. What evergreen tree is going to be in a tropical garden?
No, I wanted one that wasn't too heavy to carry.
I see. That's why it's really small. Oh, fine. All right. And you spent, what, an hour doing that? All right. Fine. Okay. Can you join the others so that we can begin?
Oh yes, I guess Ms. Adder's already here.
No, she's not here, by the way. What's that I see in the distance? Coming towards us at a snail's creep. Yeah, I said creep, okay? Meaning pace, but meaning creep. Can you hurry it up? Don't sidewind on me, but forward. Just move forward. All right, I see you picked out an apple. Can I take a look at that? Let me see. Yeah. Not a single blemish except for this one, that one, that one, that one. Where's your genetic memory? Okay, your ancestors were there. Your ancestor was the one that started this whole thing. Don't hiss at me. You're trying to tell me that you don't remember genetically. Deep in your genes, in every cell, there's a collection of genes. In the pockets of those genes, you've got not lint, but you've got memory of what happened in the garden. That's what I need from you. You think some kind of serpent that's supposed to be really sly pulled one over on something created by God who was perfect. You're going to have to do it with an apple a little bit better than this thing you picked up. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Right, whatever that means. All right, we've got the apple. I think we can start rehearsal now. Okay, I think you can probably guess at what roles I'm going to give you. Okay, John. If you would allow us to appoint you God?
You mean I should tell you what to do?
No, that you should play God.
Oh, you mean the role?
John. So, John, you're going to be God. All right, not the real God, but you're going to play God. You know, I'm not God, but I play him on TV. All right, that's your future in advertising commercials, saying that. You understand that, don't you?
Well, yeah, I understand, but is there some way I can, actually become God?
John, who knows? You're a method actor. Why don't you become a god, and then it'll be typecasting. You're going to become ideal, morally pure, all knowledgeable. Okay, if you're all knowledgeable, great. More power to you. If you can convince people that you've got what it takes to be God through your performance in this role, then there's a good chance that they'll vote for you, in the next primaries. Okay, this will be like your initial coming down the escalator kind of thing. Okay, this kind of film that we're doing right now.
Well, I'll do my best. So help me God.
All right, and Miguel, you will be Adam. Gabrielle, you will be Eve. Okay, are you ready? Can you take your places in the garden? God and your progeny?
Okay, we're prodigies.
What genius is. All right, so God, you have to come up with something to say to these two. You created them. You created the garden. You know the story, okay? Run with the story. Give it whatever slant you want. We'll think about it, and then get ready for actual, opening night. All right? You want to try that?
You are Adam, and you are Eve. That's the names that I give you. This is your garden. I made it really nice, and you can do whatever you want there. You just can't eat the apples that grow on that tree.
Oh, which tree?
The one over there.
Which one?
I'm pointing.
You mean the one in the shade?
With the apples on it.
Oh, got it. Right, okay. So stay away from that tree. That one, got it. Okay.
Excuse me, sir, God? God? I have a question. Yes? My question is, why can we not eat fruit off of that one tree? Because it would give you knowledge that you don't need.
Oh, you mean we shouldn't worry our pretty little heads about some things?
Well, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, that might work with some women, I don't know how many. You're telling me I shouldn't worry my pretty little head over something, but I kind of do. I might not have even eaten from it before, but now that you've pointed it out directly, I'm just asking, why? Little Wolf, I don't know what to say here.
All right, well, let me see. What would I say to Adam and Eve to explain to them why they cannot eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? All right, because, look, do you understand what it means to live in a world of evil, with evil? You want to go around and be scared something terrible is going to happen to you all the time? You really want that? Is that really what you want? And you're going to go ahead and do that voluntarily? Are you out of your minds? You're not. I know, because I created you. I know that you're perfectly sane. So I'm warning you, let this be your fair warning that if you actually do that, you're going to regret it, okay? I know, because I know everything. Haven't been mistaken even once. So I think you're going to listen to what I say. Which, of course, would have been a lie. I guess God wouldn't say something like that. Strike that. John, you can come up with something better.
Adam,
Oh, yes, Eve?
I was counting my ribs the other day,
Yes.
and I noticed I had one more than you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're sorry?
Well, I'm sorry that you're not, you're not right.
What do you mean I'm not right?
You have too many ribs.
Wait, how do you know I have too many ribs?
Well, I don't know, you just told me.
Why do you think that's the wrong number of ribs to have?
Well, because I don't have that many. Well, yeah. Should I not feel sorry for you? You always want me to feel sorry for you.
What do you mean I always want you to feel sorry for you?
You're always walking around and saying, oh, this happened to me and that happened to me.
But that doesn't mean that I want you to feel sorry for me about something like my body.
I would never body shame you.
No, I mean about how many ribs I have.
Oh. Well, yeah, okay, then I won't feel sorry for you.
But you think you should feel sorry for me?
No, I mean, I feel whatever you say I feel.
Well, I don't know what you feel. You're not saying what you feel.
Well, I'll feel, just tell me what to feel and I'll feel that.
But that's not sincere. That's like real if you're just pretending you feel something.
Well, what do you want out of me? You don't like what I feel? And then I say, well, just tell me what to feel. And you say I can't do that. So what am I supposed to feel?
If you felt what I felt, you wouldn't feel that.
Maybe. I don't know what to do. I don't have enough ribs.
You don't have enough ribs.
Maybe that's why I'm lacking feelings, because they took maybe all the feelings were in that one rib. You're telling me I don't feel what I should feel. Maybe that's the reason.
Well, you want me to give it back to you? That might work. Okay, so... There you go.
Oh my god! Oh my god. I never saw. That's what you feel?
Oh, Adam, why are you play acting?
No! That pillow! I laid on that pillow and there's like a physical sensation of the softness and the carrying of that pillow.
All right, so?
I can relive that feeling anytime I want.
Well, great, I'm happy for you. So, did it work? Did you get some feelings in that rib?
Did I?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Did you?
Did I mean yes?
I see.
Eve, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Why are you so emotionless all of a sudden?
It's that time of the month.
No, it's not that. I know it's not that.
How do you know that? Were you peeking?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Ahem. Can we stop this? Can we put an end to this? Why is this happening?
What?
All right. If this is the way you are before tasting of the apple, of the fruit, of the tree, of the knowledge of good and evil, you're not leaving room to grow here. Do you understand that?
Okay, well, we don't have to use that.
I was just kind of playing with things.
I just wanted to test that out. Of course, we hadn't eaten the apple yet.
Well, of course, yeah, we were getting ahead of the game.
We're sorry, we won't do it again.
Well, I can't speak for anyone but myself, but I won't do it again.
Yeah, we won't do it again.
Meaning I won't do it again, and you won't.
Well, yeah, we won't.
You won't, and I won't.
Well, okay, whatever. Women always get the last word.
Now, for lack of a better arrangement, as I said before, I'm going to be doing the voice for Ms. Adder. as the serpent. You want to take your place? Please. All right. Once again, you come into the Garden of Eden alone, Eve. Adam, you're somewhere else doing whatever. Watching Monday Night Football or whatever it is that he would do. Don't be anachronistic like that. Think of something good, all right? But you don't even have to tell us. Just his backstory. All right, now, Gabrielle, as Eve, you come in, you're here. Then the serpent, meaning me, creeps up on you, all right, like old age. Are you ready?
Well, yeah, I'll just go off stage here.
Here's a lovely tree.
All right, I'm coming up to you, right? Okay, I'm going to give my spiel now. You ready for my spiel?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hello there.
Hello.
Come on, you got it. All right, enough. What are you doing knocking over the tree? The serpent didn't do that. What are you behaving like that for?
Maybe it was an accident, little wolf.
There are no accidents with serpents, with reptiles. I've already figured that out. Don't hiss at me. You don't need John. John, you can stay backstage. Oh, you don't need God yet? We don't need God. We just need a good mechanic or a good whoever it is who sets up trees. A tree setter upper. Now, can we go forward now? All right, so we got the hissing out of the way. All right, so we're talking. You have come to a beautiful tree, have you not?
You see that I have, so why would you say that?
I'm just making conversation. You seem like a very beautiful girl.
Well, I'm the only girl.
All right, well, good luck for everyone that you happen to be beautiful. This is a hard roll. Let me think. I'm sorry about your problem.
My problem? What problem is that?
You cannot appreciate what you have.
Well, I do. I really like everything.
All right, but you don't understand what it would mean not to have everything.
Well, why would I need to understand that?
Oh, well, if you don't want to know, then fine. I'll take my wares elsewhere. Come along, sweetie.
Well, wait, don't go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Don't go. Tell me more about the fruit.
Well, it's very beautiful. It's very tasty. This is a wonderful apple, and it's very tasty. And I'm sorry that you'll never be able to taste that.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess that's okay then. There's like raspberries and gooseberries and pimpleberries and nippleberries and jagaberries and jugaberries and juju babies, and there's all these different things.
Yes, of course. You could go without the knowledge of everything, and here it is, free. It doesn't cost you anything. Of course, there's no money yet. Money is the root of all evil, all right? So there's no money yet, of course. Why am I saying this? I'm sorry, I'm breaking character. I'm saying that you can know everything. Wouldn't you want to know everything?
Well, like what?
Well, like what Adam is doing right now.
Like you just ask him later.
But you can know the truth.
But he'll just tell me.
Well, okay, if you're sure that's the truth.
Why would it not be the truth?
Well, I can't really answer your question. Only the apple can do that. I'm the dealer. I don't use. I myself don't know what he might be doing right this minute, while you're not looking.
Are you saying he might be doing something wrong?
No, you said that.
No, but I asked if you were hinting that.
You said it. You're hinting, apparently.
I see, but why would I want to know that?
Well, I'm not saying you would. But you don't know.
What do I not know?
Well, you don't know what you don't know.
But what if I don't want to know what I don't know?
I don't know.
Well, if you don't know and I don't know, then who knows?
All I know is that the apple will help you to know. Take a bite. It's right here. It's succulent. It's luscious. It's juicy. It's beautiful. Taste of it, and then you'll know.
Well, okay, but what if I'm sorry? What if I'm sorry later that I know?
Well, at least you'll know.
Can't I know but not know if it's not good, but only know if it's good?
I don't know why we don't have that choice, but we don't have that choice. I guess the serpent is trying to usurp the role of God by saying, I will give you a little bit, not everything. God can give you everything. I'm giving you a little bit, something he's not giving you, but he's not giving you for a good reason. All right, but you don't know that because you don't trust. Why do you not trust? I guess he made you flawed if you were so easily deceived like that. So I guess it's kind of his fault if you think about it. It's like, God, you couldn't make me better, so I wasn't tempted by a stupid snake that can't even walk to rehearsal fast enough. All right, whatever. All right, think about it. God, okay, your creator is going to create you so terribly that you're going to be tempted by something that's actually bad. It's a really good-looking apple. You know, things that look good, they're not always good, but usually they're good. Probably they're good, because look around in this garden. It's a beautiful garden. How could there ever be anything bad here? You got plants over there. You got animals that are all nice and tame, even the wild ones. Even the ones that have got big tusks that could rip your eyeballs out. There's just nice animals that you can pet. Even the crocodiles, although you don't want to pet them because it's not a great feeling, all right? It's kind of scaly, like you know, like a reptile kind of. All right, fine. This is part of the scene. I'm not saying all reptiles are. Did I say that all reptiles are bad? Can you just play the role? You're not even emoting. You got to emote in the direction of the person I'm talking to. If he responds, can you please do that? All right, your turn to say something.
Well, what if it's a test?
A test, you say? Well, of course, it's a test of your faith. That's not something I would take lightly. I would have faith that in any situation, whatever I might do, God would be right there protecting me. But that's me. I'm trusting. I mean, maybe you're not trusting, in the Lord.
Well, no, I'm trusting.
So have faith that time heals all wounds. So even if you get a wound from this, time will heal that, all right? Because what is God? He's eternal, right? And we're all eternal, so you'll be eternally all right, eventually.
Well, if it's so good, why don't you try it yourself?
Hey, I'm just the dealer. I don't use. Come on, what do you got to lose? You'll be the first kid on the block to have tasted the apple. You'll know all the stuff that these animals are running around. They can't come up with complicated schemes to defraud financial institutions, all right? But they won't know what hit them, and you don't have to hurt them. You just get more of what you want. I mean, there's plenty for everybody, I understand, okay? But you can have more of the plenty.
Okay, but I need to talk it over with my husband.
Fine. Take as much time as you need, and hold on to the goods. We'll let you take the goods on consignment. If you don't want it, you can return it, and if you like it, you can keep it, and we'll charge you later.
That definitely seems like an anachronism to me, Little Wolf, charging me.
Hey, this was before Noah's Ark. There were plenty of animals around. You think there were bulls? So of course they could charge you. In the Garden of Eden, it's not an anachronism. It's anachronism. Meaning anachronism, not an anachronism.
Well, okay, just this once.
Once is enough.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
No. Yeah, enjoy.
Hey there, Eve. What have you got there?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. It looks like you've been staring at it for a long time now. You look semi-catatonic. Are you semi-catatonic?
What do you think?
Well, I don't know what to think. What is it you're staring at?
Oh, just, this apple.
Where did that apple come from?
A serpent gave it to me.
Oh, a serpent gave it to you? Reptilus reptilemus?
Well, yeah.
And where did the serpent get the apple? I mean, himself. Is he just a middleman? Is he a buyer or a seller?
Well, no, he got it off the tree.
Oh, the tree. What tree?
The tree of knowledge of, whatever, everything.
You mean the one that the creator said we're not supposed to eat from?
Well, yeah, that one. How'd you guess?
Well, because you're reluctant to tell me where you got it from.
What do you mean? I just told you.
Oh, I see. You took it after being told not to.
Okay, but does that make sense?
Does what make sense?
Does it make sense that we can't know more stuff?
What is it you don't know that you need to know?
I don't know. Whatever it is there is to know.
Okay, but what is there to know?
Well, how do I know if I don't know?
Well, how am I supposed to know?
Well, that's the thing, is that this will help you to know.
Okay, but why was it forbidden?
I can't figure that out. Why was it forbidden? Nobody ever explains anything to us.
What do you mean nobody? There's only...
God never explains anything. Well, he does, but he says we don't understand. Why does he think we don't understand? Why does he think we're children?
Well, we kind of are children.
All right, but even children, you say, okay, don't touch the stove because your hand will burn off.
Okay, well, do they ever listen?
Well, I don't know. I haven't had any yet.
Oh, that's right, we don't have any yet. Well, do you think they will listen?
I don't know if they'll listen, but we'll have to tell them. Do we just put their hand on the burner?
No, that would be cruel.
Well, they've got to learn sometime.
Well, can't you just let them learn on their own? You know, like, every baby wants to touch everything, so you say, if you touch it, it will be hot. I'm not forbidding you, but if you touch it, you'll get burned, maybe. And then the baby touches it one time. Once burned, twice shy.
What if they're already shy?
It just means that if you do it once, then you won't make the same mistake again if you...
Do you understand what you're doing right now? You're subconsciously coming up with a justification for our eating the fruit.
Is that what I'm doing?
I don't know. Is that what you're doing?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like, it's like, okay, everything's perfect, and just, you can walk around and, enjoy the view. You don't have to work or do stuff you don't want to do.
That's not boring to you?
Well, it's not boring, it's just, is there something more?
Well, I don't know.
Well, no, but that's the thing, is that I don't know either. How am I supposed to know if I don't do something to find out?
Yeah, the serpent said something else that was kind of clever. It said, you don't have to worry because there's a lot of time.
A lot of time?
Because there's a lot of time, even if something bad happens, it doesn't really happen.
What do you mean it doesn't really happen?
Well, it happens, but then it kind of goes away. It kind of unhappens.
What do you mean unhappens?
Things get fixed, so even if we eat it, it'll be okay.
Well, by the same logic, if we didn't eat it, if that turns out to be a mistake, then that means that mistake will also be corrected, will it not?
Why are you coming at me with logic right now?
What?
I didn't say anything bad about you. I was speaking in a normal tone of voice.
What's wrong with logic?
We're talking about this apple, not logic.
I'm thinking that someday an apple will be like a symbol of like knowledge, that maybe an apple could like fall on somebody's head, and that would help somebody to come up with the idea that, things are attracting each other everywhere, not just between a man and a woman, but between like planets, not just stellar bodies on Earth, but up there too, so as above, so below, as below, so above.
Fine. Well, you can have your logic and I'll have knowledge of things of more than just logic.
Well, I don't know, if you insist.
I'm not insisting.
Well, you kind of insisted.
Right, but I don't want to be blamed later if something goes wrong.
Well, fine, I'm agreeing voluntarily, to try it, but you try it first.
Why should I try it first?
Well, because you brought it, and you were convinced first.
Okay, fine.
Do you have more knowledge now?
I know what this apple tastes like.
Okay, what else?
I know what it looks like.
You knew that before. Is there anything new that you know?
I know that you're being impatient with me. It's not my fault.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just really anxious to learn.
Maybe it doesn't work unless you share with somebody.
Oh, yeah, I see. Fine, okay. All right. I'm not a sissy. I'm not scared. I'm not a chicken. Brock. I'm not a chicken. I'm not a scaredy cat. You got gypped. It doesn't work.
That serpent lied to us. I think we have to get it and crack it like a whip and then whip it with itself.
Wow, that sounds like a good punishment. Okay, so we'll have to just go find that serpent, and I'll be the first to do it.
I'll be the first to do it.
I said I would be the first to do it.
I don't care what you said. It's my decision to make.
It is not your decision to make. There's only one that can go first. It's going to be me. Because I'm the man.
Who was brave enough to take a bite of the apple first?
Fine, you want to go whip that serpent? You want to whip it into shape so that it'll get us a better apple that gives us some knowledge of good and evil, and not this crap that he's pawning off as the real goods? Hello there, my children. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. Hi.
What have you been doing with yourselves lately? Oh, nothing much.
Nothing much.
Have you had any interesting experience lately?
No.
Well, what kind of experience if we can't even do anything we want? What do you mean, Adam? What are you saying? Well, I mean, if we can't eat all the fruit, if we can't eat any fruit we want, then that's not like freedom. That's like hell.
Adam was exaggerating.
Would you like me to show you hell?
Oh, no, thank you.
No. Well, thank goodness, thank God, you haven't given in to the temptation to eat from the tree. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
We're proud of ourselves, too. Are you going to hang around all day? I know I created you innocent, and I certainly appreciate innocence, but do you not realize how naive you must be to think that I don't know?
Oh,
Well, yeah, he is all-knowing.
you are omniscient. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, so you would have known. Well, yes, so?
Yeah, we did.
Did you have disagreements after eating the apple?
Well, yeah, no. No.
Yeah! I mean, no!
Yeah, no. We didn't have disagreements.
We did, but they passed. They went away. So I see that the apple has not been a positive influence because you'll corrupt all these other really nice animals. If you tell them, oh man, I scored you some great apple that'll give you a lot of knowledge, but actually it just teaches you how to lie and argue and think only about yourself. That's not the kind of thing that I really want, in the hood, in the neighborhood. So I'm afraid you're going to have to go.
But where will we go?
I've never had a job. I don't even have a tattoo.
What would we do on the outside?
Well, yeah, I'm not afraid to jail. I can jail. I can survive in the wild. I've got, what's it called, street cred?
Street cred? How can you have street cred?
I ate that apple. I don't know anything about the streets, but I guess I'll learn. The apple, it gave me the ability to learn. No, it didn't give you that ability. It just created the situation in which you'll have to learn if you want to survive.
I see.
Like, how long do we have to go for? Well, you'll have to travel life's journey on your own outside of Eden. But when the time has come for you to return, you'll know.
But how will we know?
You'll know.